Hello again, this is Mike with Nincompoop Garage. Oh, wait a minute. Rellim Off-Road. And here we are with Casey Schoenborn over here at his house working on his Jeep. And today we are going to be addressing the issues in installing or attempting to install a Fox steering stabilizer on an Ultimate Dana 44. So without further ado, I'll let him explain a little bit about his Jeep.
All right, Casey here. So I had big plans for tonight. It was to install this Performance Series through and through steering stabilizer.
What's it through and through?
So you're not going to get pressure one way when you're driving and you have a pressurized steering stabilizer. It's going to put pressure on one way through and through. It's going to even it out. Never had one. We'll see. But the reason I'm going with it is I have an Ultimate Dana 44 with a e-locker, 513 gears.
Right.
I have a Barnes.
So explain a little bit about this.
Yeah, so I have a Barnes four-wheel drive aluminum tie rod. So I wanted to replace this. It's a loop to pin, and I wanted to get rid of that. The only steering stabilizer I could find for the Ultimate Dana 44, I think this is, I don't know, it was cheap. I think it was maybe 50 bucks. But I'm not having issues, but I just don't like spending. I had my dream front end, and then this is the only steering stabilizer I could go with.
So what's the spec? So your Jeep is what year is this?
This is a 2008.
Okay.
It's salvage title, so I've kind of just built it kind of budget in mind. So,
but obviously didn't come with this front end. So you went through. Why did you replace it? What did you put in here again? You explained it once before. It was a.
So this is a Sahara. So this had a Dana 30 in it, and I wanted to obviously go bigger with lockers, with gears.
And the reason why is because what size tires do you have on this?
37s.
All right.
So I do have 37s. These are lightweight 37s, just because I have the older motor with the 2008. But 513 gears. I want to have a better steering stabilizer. It drives fine, but when I dreamed this build in my head, a no brand pin to loop steering stabilizer was not in it.
And these are obviously aftermarket tie rods. I mean, is this,
yeah, tie rod. Yeah. This is Barnes four-wheel drive.
Okay, you said
my drag link, the track bar, all of it, I think is Synergy. So yeah, I've done.
These are obviously a lot bigger than what comes stock on.
Yes, okay. Absolutely. This is all built up.
All right.
And then I got the JKS quick disconnects. So yeah, the whole front end is close to being done.
No.
But this is the only one I could find for the Ultimate Dana 44 because they have this weird bracket that needs a pin steering stabilizer.
Oh, I gotcha.
All the other Jeeps need like a loop to loop. So like how this bolt goes through, you're supposed to have a bolt go through here. Okay. So back to the one I got, which after research and everything, I decided to go with this, but it's been a while since I've been busy, but those do not match.
Oh, yeah. So when you ordered it, you had to wait for it, right?
Yep. So I was on back order because I think the Barnes aluminum is 1.5 inches. Don't quote me for sure, but I know I ordered the right one, and the top is definitely not the correct fit.
So it's obviously a two-piece unit. So
yeah. So that will clamp onto my tie rod.
Okay.
And then this will be a loop instead of that pin. But this is what we'll use, and that will go through the bracket, and then it'll go through the track bar, and then this is where this will hook up. and then I'm going to be able to cut off that bracket.
Okay, so we already noticed that this isn't going to work because the bracket that they sent you is wrong. They sent you the correct bottom mounting plate. But the one that was actually on the shock itself, as you can tell, is
that's a stock.
Small for it's a stock one.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
so
I ordered this one.
Right. Yep. So once we get that in, which will be the next video, explain what you're going to do down here as far as, you know, in theory, because that's how we roll.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this bracket off.
Okay.
So this whole bracket will come off. This pin right here, where the track bar comes in, is going to be where that pin that I showed you guys goes through.
Okay.
So I'm going to hook that all up, and then I'm going to hook the correct bracket on the other side onto here. Make sure I've got full turn left and right, and then we'll crank it down and be done with this little project. Because I want to drive this 2 trails. And having a better steering stabilizer and having a better highway driving stabilizer that's through and through. So it's not putting pressure. Since this is pressurized, it's always going to try to turn or push your steering one way. So your pressure's here is going to be trying to turn you. So a through and through is going to be the way to go, I hope. Haven't tried it yet, but we'll see.
This brand, the Ultima 44, is it different than the other ones out there? If you buy a different one, do they have?
Okay, so the biggest popular one, Pro Rock, most people are gonna say that's the way to go. I will somewhat agree, but you still do have thicker brackets for your control arms. You still have a thicker wall tube than a stock 44, and then your C gusset channel.
Yeah.
These are thicker than a Rubicon also.
Okay.
Are they thicker than a Pro Rock? I'm not sure. Are they better than a Pro Rock? I don't know, but they were when I purchased this, it was almost $1,000 cheaper.
Oh wow. So yeah, that's definitely the way to go.
Yes, the pin loop thing, but if you can kind of pass it with what I hope to be able to do, I don't know. This has held up great. I've off-roaded it, obviously, a few times.
So what gears does this have in it?
513.
513 locker?
Yep, it's got a electronic locker, e-locker.
Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to get the steering stabilizer in and hopefully have many trips ahead of it.
So now we see what this looks like. So when next time we do a video and we install this, you're going to cut off this bracket right here, right?
Yep, that bracket hopefully will be gone.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you're going to drill a hole horizontally.
Nope, I'm going to replace this bolt.
Oh, you're going to replace that bolt?
Yep. So this bolt will be gone,
oh, so
and then
no
that bolt, nope, nothing. So that bolt will go through, and then my steering stabilizer will set up right here, and then I'll anchor it right here. I'm hoping everything works out. So,
all right. So it is raining, but we are willing to get wet for YouTube. But we're going to go show you the difference between this setup and a 2015.
Oh,
His wife's car. Let me bring the light.
All right.
His wife's Jeep. Yep. Now it's raining, so we're just going to do this. See if this. All right. So when we're referencing how the older ones, or not older ones, but just the ones that are regular. Okay. So this is a regular. What axle is this?
This is a Dana 30.
Okay. Yeah, that comes on a standard stock. 2000 and what year was it?
15 Wrangler. Yep.
Okay, and
that's how it sits with the tie rod.
Oh yeah.
So you can see the tie rod's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
The whole steering stabilizer is hanging low, so it would hit rocks. Would be your first thing if you off-roaded it. This is obviously more of a grocery getter. But
okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that shows the difference between what he went from and what he is now. Sweet.
Yep.
All right, out of the rain. Enough of this. So if you haven't seen this Jeep before, you'll start seeing more and more Jeeps, so more and more of our videos. Hang on, I got a light on. This is okay. Here we go. So real quick, walk me through what you done here.
Real quick, okay.
From what you know at the top of your head, so you got rid of the spare tire.
Yep. 37-inch spare tires, it's just too much weight. And honestly, I have a farm and I have four-wheelers and I use gas 100 times more than I need a spare tire. I got a spare tire kit, repair kit, in the Jeep.
So delete kit on the back. What bumper we got here?
We got, I think this is body armor.
Nice.
It's actually the same one my wife got. She liked it so much. It's really tight to the body and it's simple. So, and it was cheap.
Perfect.
So it's great bumper.
So is this a budget build or is this one you have sank a ton of money into?
I would say a mixture. It started off as a budget build. It's still not crazy.
It's a Jeep. Just empty every pocket. That's what it stands for.
Absolutely.
37-inch tires.
Yep, Mastercraft, 37-inch mud terrains.
Lift.
It's a mixture. I have rough country springs, but I have Fox shocks. Not sure what else.
What size?
Ish. I've got. I would say it's probably around a 2.5 to 3 inch lift.
Okay. And it clears the 37s?
Yep, I've had to do the pinch seam thing people do. These are Amazon special
rock sliders?
Rock sliders. They've actually
worked good. You just stripped them off, painted them a couple times with nails.
I've had painted them a couple times.
So it came with these fenders. We know anything about these?
Yeah, these are Bushwhacker flare fenders.
Nice.
Obviously, paint matched.
Yeah.
Quadratech lights, the 4-inch round. They're actually amazing. I've had them for like 4 years, and there's no.
Oh wow! Yeah.
I mean, they look brand new still.
They do.
So
what color is this? This is a unique orange for a Jeep. Is this like an actual Jeep color, or is this like a?
It's supposedly like a Dodge Viper.
Okay.
Weird
so Chrysler.
Color. So it's a Chrysler
color.
I forget what the guy told me it was, but it was basically stock with a different color when I got it. Rugged ridge, stubby bumper, Smitty built, winch.
So did this come with deals on the side, or is this what it was?
So you can.
Okay.
So mine came with them, but obviously I want as much.
So what's the reason for that? Obviously you're taking those off so you can get your approach angle.
Yes,
right?
approach angle, get some rocks.
You can see.
You don't want a bumper that just blocks you from all the fun.
Nice.
So you need to have open area to go rock crawling.
So you have higher cut flares.
So
yeah, oh yeah, you can see.
And I haven't stretched it yet or anything. So
cool.
Yep. I've got an Adams drive shaft. I haven't gotten control arms or skid or the more skid plates yet. Fox
shocks,
2.0 shocks. Mammoth wheels.
So you said 513 the gears in the front. You got 513 gears in the rear. Obviously, you got locker back here.
Yep, I got an Eaton E-locker rear.
Okay.
Yep, all my switches up here.
All right, let's open that
pretty basic interior. So,
your locker switches.
Yep. Nice. So rear, front, lights, and then whatever I want to do next.
Accessories.
Yep.
How many miles you got in this bad boy?
80,000.
Nice.
Something like that. But Hemi will be.
Hemi swap gonna be next. Get that on the books.
Yep.
Cool.
That's about it. That's all the major stuff. So
you're gonna see this Jeep on the trails. We're gonna take it to Tuttle. We're gonna go off-road a little bit. Tuttle is in Manhattan, Kansas. If you don't know where that is, check it out. It's a cool ORV park. We're also gonna take it up to Disney, Oklahoma. And then We're going to try to take this thing to Moab, Utah on one of our trips, hopefully here soon. So anyway, this is Mike again with Rellim Arms and, well, Rellim Off-Road. And Casey, I said Rellim Off-Road because if you like guns and you like everything else about shooting,
like
farms,
Jeeps, you probably like
four-wheelers,
guns.
everything, check us out at Rellim Arms Off-Road or RellimArms.com as well. We have 2 channels, kind of a gun one and a Jeep one. So this is the new one that we're starting to do right now. So anyway, if you like the video, hit like, hit subscribe, follow us on all the Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all those fun social media accounts. And then, like I said, stay tuned for part 2 of this video when we're actually going to get the correct steering stabilizer bracket in, and we will put it together.
We'll also have metal cloak, control arms, and skid plates.
Nice.
I hope coming soon.
All right,
So,
next video coming soon. Thanks, guys. See ya.